I think for if you have 30 different kids in your class, you have 30 different tastes, and of course they may overlap at certain points. But the most important aspect is to try to be a matchmaker when you're an educator, and that's something that when I speak with teachers and stuff, we talk about that. Is that the award-winning aspect isn't nearly as important as just the fact that they are reading, and then you build bridges of relevance and accessibility to other texts. That's not to say that the reading these complex texts, which are so in fashion right now, isn't important. What's most important is the ability that they are able to navigate these texts at some point, but they don't have to go home and willfully choose Kafka off the shelf. That part of it is, we're almost trying to be a little we're a little arrogant, I think, in the educational world. We're kind of snooty about, oh, they're not reading Jane Austen, I'm so concerned.
Oh,
And
come on. Didn't any of your students come up to you and say, Mr. Sitomer, I need a really, really good book about someone who is transformed into a gigantic beetle and flips over and just spends the rest of his life contemplating the fact that he's going to die that way.
Yep, I can tell you it's like pushing a book up a hill that you know is gonna roll right back down. But that's also, but no more dead dogs, right? Isn't this sentiment where that book came from right there? For goodness sakes already. Good.
Right.
How
Well,
many?
I find, I basically write in humor and adventure as genres, and I love them both, and I love to go back and forth between them. But I think there's something special about writing funny books and using humor. Um, in a way, it's counterintuitive because if you ask 100 people what's their favorite kind of book, like not that many are going to say funny. But if you think about kids, a lot of them, if you're a science fiction fan, you love it. But if you don't love science fiction, it leaves you completely flat. And there's all these different kind of readers. But like humor is probably everybody's fourth favorite kind of book. So in one way, you're not getting anybody's like #1 vote, but you probably reach the broadest audience. So if you're a teacher,
Everyone likes to laugh.
yeah. So if you're a teacher with 25 kids in your class and you need to come up with a story that's going to engage the largest number of kids, probably humor is your best bet because probably 23 or 24 of those kids are going to love a funny book.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is that, you're one of the few that is just rock solid dependable. There's a lot of people writing humor that really should be, renamed to lukewarm or tepid. It's like, ha ha, but, you deliver punch after punch. When you read one of your funny books, it's not just a one-time joke. I mean, you have characters that are genuinely funny throughout. You'll hit the last page, and then they they still hit you with something funny.
Well, thank you. I mean, that means a lot. I certainly know that it is tough to miss. Like when you're trying to be funny and it's not working, there's a unique kind of frustration to that. I mean, it's just when you're trying to write something humorous and you're just like you're just not getting it done. It's very, very challenging and difficult.
Yeah, I completely understand. Gordon, I want to just say thank you very, very much for sort of, chiming in with us today. We are going to steer everybody who's ever tuned into the internet at all, go to Gordon's website now. He's got awesome stuff, great stuff. I couldn't be a bigger fan of the work of Gordon Korman. You can check out all his information right here on the screen. You'll see it prominently displayed. We would hope that you also take a moment to maybe like us on Facebook, check us out on YouTube, spread the word, let us know. Visit Gordon. He tweets. I tweet. Who doesn't tweet? We got all the social media things working. Once again, Gordon, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate your efforts so much today.
Thanks so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm Alan Sitomer saying thank you very much. I want to just say thank you very, very much for sort of, chiming in with us today. We are going to steer everybody who's ever watched tuned into the internet at all, go to Gordon's website now. He's got awesome stuff, great stuff. I couldn't be a bigger fan of the work of Gordon Korman. You can check out all his information right here on the screen. You'll see it prominently displayed. We would hope that you also take a moment to maybe like us on Facebook, check us out on YouTube, spread the word, let us know. Visit Gordon. He tweets. I tweet. Who doesn't tweet? We got all the social media things working. Once again, Gordon, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate your efforts so much today.
Thanks so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.